Namaste yogis, and welcome to the channel. My name is Sean, and for today's yin yoga practice, it's been made by a special request from one of my followers who has asked, can I make a yin yoga flow dedicated to all of those who are working for a longer period of time? So if you are currently in the workforce, this one is dedicated for you. Whether you be sitting down all day at your work desk or standing up on your feet all day long, it does take its toll, the daily grind of doing it day in, day out, especially on the body, but also mentally as well. So for today's yin yoga practice, we're really going to be dedicating ourselves to just slowing everything down, to really centering ourselves within, so that we can give ourselves the time and the space to nurture and restore ourselves from within. For today's yin yoga practice as well, you will be needing a bolster. And to begin things off, we'll be entering into a figure 4. So, lying down onto your back, going to take the left foot. Left foot is going to come on top of the right knee. And then bringing the right knee up towards our chest. Pulling the knee as close as possible. That feels right for you. You can also grab from underneath here if that feels better for you. And taking as much time as you need to find the shape that feels right for you. And then closing down the eyes, centering our awareness in this very moment. This next 45 minutes, we're really going to be dedicating to restoring, to revitalizing, to be nurturing ourselves from within, really cultivating our present moment awareness, letting go of any thoughts that don't serve us, experiencing the richness and the beauty of this yin yoga practice. Letting go of any thoughts from work, any commotion, any drama. And if there's even any tiredness in the body, just feeling into the tiredness and accepting it. Not trying to force it in any way or shape or form, but just sending loving kindness to it. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Releasing the right knee now. And very gently switching sides. So right foot coming on top of the left knee. And then moving the left knee towards our stomach, towards our chest, I should say. Observing into the sensation arising within the right glute now. Allowing this space to release, allowing this space to relax. There's no other place that you need to be other than right here, right now. The beauty of life can only ever be experienced in this moment. Feeling into the mat, pressing up against us as we transition upwards, coming into a seated position, legs extending outwards, and then gently folding forward by the hips, entering into a caterpillar. Allowing the back to soften. Feeling into the hamstrings and being ever so mindful. No need to push yourself, to strain yourself. Yin is about accepting, about appreciating your body. Applying enough tension to receive the benefits. But never forcing in such a way where it can cause harm. And as we find stillness in this shape, we bring our attention to the breath, the beautiful breath. Feeling the lungs expanding on the inhalation and contracting on the exhalation. Breathing in, we breathe in joy. And breathing out, we breathe out joy. Rising ourselves upwards, coming onto our knees now. Taking the palms of our hands, fingers pointing towards us. And placing our palms onto the mat, grounding ourselves into the earth. Just tilting our weight back softly towards our heels. The more of the tilt, the deeper the stretch is going to be within the wrist region. Surrendering to the practice. Observing the beautiful inner silence within. Feeling into both the body and the mind. Slowing down and supporting one another as well. As the mind calms, the body calms. As the body calms, the mind calms. Feeling into the sensation of the breath. Slowly exiting the pose. Taking our bolster now. Going to place it in the center of the mat, running parallel. And sitting towards the edge of the bolster, placing our legs in a 90-90 position. Going to rest our body on top of the bolster, looking to our right hand side, and inviting that beautiful spinal stretch to arise within the lower back region. Allowing ourselves to really surrender into the pose, to really soften with each and every breath, grounding ourselves ever so slightly more in each and every moment, training our mind to become more and more alive with the richness and the beauty of here and now. Pressing up nice and slowly, ever so mindfully, feeling into each and every movement. Going to shift now to the other side. So doing 90-90 with our legs once again. Now putting our right side of the face onto the bolster, looking to our left hand side. Allowing for the lower spinal region to soften, feeling into those fascial tissues slowly and gently being stretched, being realigned, allowing for that beautiful chi, that life force energy to flow into this space to heal and to nourish. Observing your mind as well. Has it wandered? Or is it present? And if it has wandered, it is perfectly fine. It's the natural habit of the pattern, the natural habits of the mind to do so. And if it has, just bring it back to the sensation of the breath. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Mindfully rising ourselves upwards, taking the bolster to the side now, coming onto our stomachs into a Sphinx pose. Keeping our arms shoulder width apart, pressing up ever so gently, keeping the back nice and relaxed. Feeling into that gentle spinal bend within the lower back region. Observing the inner silence within, the beautiful inner silence that's so healing, so energizing, so loving. with full intention, shifting the hips backwards, taking the bolster once again and placing it into the center of the mat. Going to sit on top of it, extending out the legs, leaning back, feeling into that back bend. Personally, for myself, I do have a spinal injury, so I'm just going to bend my knees slightly just to remove some of that intense pressure. It's important in yin to really honor our bodies, never putting it in a position where it can cause harm or hurt. It's definitely not the intention of yin. And every single one of us has our own unique story, and we must respect our body and give it exactly what it needs. No comparing, no striving, but rather just appreciating and giving our body the energy that it deserves. Bringing our legs up into the sky. This one is a great one for the lymphatic system, allowing for the lymph to be dislodged, to be removed from our system. Maintaining our awareness, maintaining our mindfulness in this present moment. Feeling into each and every sensation arising moment to moment within the body. Allowing the senses to come alive. So often we're always wandering off with our thoughts, that it robs us from really appreciating and experiencing each and every moment. Shifting the bolster out from underneath us and placing it to the side. I'm going to enter into the last pose before Savasana, which is going to be a reclined butterfly pose. So placing the soles of our feet together, lying back nice and gently. If you need a bit of support underneath, you're most welcome to use some blocks as well. And for the hand placement, you can either place your hands on top of your heart, or if you're wanting a bit more of a heart opener, you can also take the arms above the head. And finding our shape, committing to stillness, no fidgeting, no moving. Observing and feeling into the silence within. The inner silence that's so healing, so restoring, so connecting. Entering now into Savasana. Feeling into how the body feels. Is it more calm? Is it more tranquil? Feeling into how the mind feels. Is it more peaceful? Is it more calm? Feeling into this interconnectedness between the body and the mind. How beautiful it is to really take the time to establish and cultivate this connection. It's important that we cultivate this mindfulness in each and every moment as best as we can. Not just when we practice yin, but in our daily life as well. Especially at work. I know it can be difficult at times, especially for those who work in front of a computer like myself. You can really steal our mindfulness away. And so it's important to set habits where we take time out to re-establish our mindfulness, to establish our awareness, to really integrate this loving kindness and compassion into our daily life. Sitting up at your own pace now. And to close off the practice, I'd love to invite you in to join me in the chant of Om. So placing our hands together, closing down the eyes, taking a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And a breath in for Om. Raising our hands to the forehead, may we have wholesome thoughts. To the lips, may we speak the truth. And to the heart, may we act with loving kindness. From my heart to yours, Namaste.